Like if you look at history as an example, he's like, this has never happened. You know, you hear people talk about, we've never been this divided as a country and all this stuff. It's such bullshit. And one
There
of
was
my
a civil
seminars,
war.
what's that?
There was a civil war.
Yeah, there was a civil war, but you know, there's a little sheet I brought down. Do you have that little sheet? Can I borrow this? I'll just read you this because I thought it's entertaining. I showed this in an event the other day. This is two placards from a photograph of them or reconstruction of them from from John Adams versus Thomas Jefferson. They're running for president, right? So let's see how divided they were. This placard says, if you elect Thomas Jefferson, murder, robbery, rape, incest, and adultery will be practiced throughout the land. Are you prepared to see your dwellings in flames, your female chastity violated, or your children writhing on the pike? This is what Adams wrote about Jefferson. It makes like Trump's Hitler sound pretty kind, you know, almost. Jefferson says about John Adams in the placard, it says, John Adams is busy importing mistresses from Europe or trying to marry one of his sons to the daughter of King George. He's a hideous hermaphrodite character with neither the force or firmness of a man nor the gentleness and sensibility of a woman. These are our founding fathers, right? So it's like, you're so full of shit. Like when you say this has never happened before, it hasn't happened in your lifetime. Because the cycle, if you study 1,000 years of Roman history, which I've done, 500 years of Anglo-American history, there's patterns that happen about every roughly 20 years. And the patterns are predictable. So think about this. This is why you want to learn this. If you can recognize patterns, the fear disappears. Second skill, use the pattern. When you know what the pattern is and you use it, now you have mastery of something. Now you can do better than most people in that area. So, you know, I interview all these people, the best investors in the world, they're all different, but I recognize the patterns that are in common. And when I'm done, my billionaire clients love it, and the average person can learn from it because the patterns are fundamental, right? If I want to learn the piano in the beginning, I have to learn probably somebody else's patterns that have figured it out. That's how I learn. But if I use those patterns over and over again, I'll eventually get to I can do the third skill, which is pattern creation. Now you have an amazing life. Now you're not managing your circumstances, you're the creator of your life. But you have to first recognize them so you're not in fear.